Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to discuss how to split full address into multiple columns for your Excel data using Claude AI. I'm sure in your project you might have faced this situation where we have to convert full address into multiple column, or you can say we want to split the data into multiple columns, right? So in this session we will be doing the same but with the help of Claude AI, because in the era of AI, if you are doing the things manually, then it is very time taking and it is not beneficial also. And that is why we are going to see an approach where we will be utilizing Claude AI to convert your full address into multiple fields. So for that, to achieve this thing, we have two approach. One, we can use Claude AI paid version that will allow you to just run the prompt and it will automatically check your data, and according to your data it will generate the output directly. Okay, no copy paste. But in case if you don't have the paid version of Claude AI, so in that case you can utilize the web interface. That I will show you how to use web interface in order to achieve in order to complete your task without paying anything. Okay, but one more thing, like here in that free version we are supposed to copy paste the data because that capability is not with the free version, but rest of the things would be same, output would be same, time taking process would be same. Okay. Alright, but before we proceed further with this session, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released session first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow it sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic. Because for time being, we are just mainly focusing on how to use Claude AI in order to convert or in order to split full address into multiple columns. Okay, and for that I have already attached the Sharmit digital course book in the description box. There you will find more than 3,500 plus sessions, which is available in both Hindi as well as English language. So without any language barrier you can consume the content, and if there is any queries you can reach out to me throughout the comment section. Okay, alright, so let's get started. Here you can see I have some simple records here where I have noted down some of the address Indian addresses. Okay, so you can see the first row contain 12 comma MG Road comma Mumbai Maharashtra, and then we have pin code. Likewise we have 45 Nehru Nagar Delhi 11001. Okay, so in that manner we have multiple records, although for now we have only I think 10 records. We have only 10 records. So some of you might be thinking like we can do manually, we can write the numbers by looking at here like 12, 45, right? But this is not a right approach. Why? Because it will take lots of time. For now we have only 10 records, but in projects or in real scenario there are thousands of records, and we are not supposed to waste the time, right? So in that situation we will make use of AI, artificial intelligence, and we will use Claude AI free version, or maybe you can use paid version as well, because prompt would be the same for all cases. Okay, and then we will convert this full address into house number, street, city, state, and pin code. Clear? So I think requirement is clear what we are going to do in this session. Now I'll show you a prompt which will not take more than 2 minutes, and then like you just need to write the 2-minute prompt in a detailed way. Don't write just in a simple way that this full address is there, converted into home, street, city, and state, because in that way, if you are doing it in this way, there might be chances of errors, and in AI we all know that it is not 100% correct, but we will try our best to provide the best prompt so that at least it will provide 95% success rate. Okay, still there, like, doesn't matter which model you are utilizing, still there are some chance of errors, but 90 to 99% it will not cause any issue. Okay, alright, so now I'll quickly show you the prompt that we can use here in the situation. So for that I'll click on my next tab, and here I have noted down the detailed prompt. So this is how you can write the prompt when you are working with a Claude AI, either paid version or maybe the free version. I'll tell you what things we are supposed to change for the paid version and what thing we need to keep as it is in free version. So firstly we need to tell the role we will assign some role to the AI. So we are mentioning here, act as a Microsoft Excel expert and perform the following task. Okay, so we are just clearly specifying that you are a Microsoft Excel expert. Now perform the following tasks. Okay, then I have specified my requirement where I tell what I have and what I want. So I clearly mentioned I have a list of full Indian addresses in one column in Excel. Split each address into a separate column, and then there are some rules. Okay, so firstly we assign the role that you are an Excel expert. Then we mention that I have a list of full Indian addresses in one column in Excel. Split each address into separate column, and then we have some set of rules. Like the first rule says extract house number as first part before the first comma. Okay, so whatever is written before the first comma is considered as a house. Then we have second rule, extract street as second part. Okay, so whatever is present as a second part is considered as street. Then extract city as a third part. Then fourth, extract state as a fourth part, and then we have fifth, extract pin code as the last 6-digit number. Okay, so as per my data, I know that this kind of so here you can assume that you have received this data from firm, and there we have full address prompt, right? So user will provide you like this. Although it totally depends on the requirement, there might be some other kind of data, but overall prompt you will write in this way. And if there is any specific rule that you can find in your data, so that you can also mention. Okay, like we can mention if this pattern is not found, then in that case you can keep the data as it is. So it depends on your requirement, but overall pattern should be same. Firstly we will assign the role, then we will mention what we have and what we want to do, and then some set of rules that we want to Claude AI should perform. Okay, after that I'm providing my data. So you can see whatever data I have here, I just copied it from here and put it here in this place. Okay, so this is my test sample records. In case of paid version, you can just simply mention the cell name, like from refer for the data present in A22 to A31. Okay, you can just simply tell the cell number. Let me show you. Yeah, so here you can see A31, so A22, so A22 to A31. Refer the data from this cell. But in case if you are using web API, so yes, you are supposed to copy paste your data. But again, I would warn you that if you are working on client system and if you don't want to expose that data to any free web API version, AI version, so that in that case don't do it. Otherwise you can do it. Okay, but we are just learning the process at least, so that whenever there is a requirement we can use it. In some organization, like it is allowed to use the data, so that depends totally on your work. But here as I'm using the free web version, so I just specified my data here completely. And after that I mentioned two very important line. First is return only the split data, one row per line, values separated by tab, no files, no explanation, no extra output. So I specified these things clearly, that I don't want to convert it into any file. In case if you want to convert it into file, you can mention that, but I don't want it in a file. No explanation, I don't want AI to respond with some explanation. No extra output, I just need a splitted data. And also a very important note, output should be in tab separated Excel format. Why we have mentioned this line? Because once you run this prompt, it will provide you the data maybe in the normal text, so that is very difficult for us to copy paste. But if you mention this thing, that output should be in the tab separated Excel format, it will provide you the correct data in a tabular form that you can directly copy into your Excel. Okay, so I think now it's time to run this prompt and see how it works. So for that let's go to Claude AI. So this is my Claude AI. Here I will directly use the same prompt and I'll press enter here. So you will see that in a very few seconds it will process my data and then it will provide me the output. So this is the output we have got. Let's see if it provided in a tab format or not, because sometimes it don't listen to your instructions as well, because this is AI. But don't worry, like if it is not providing in that way, we will modify the, you can see it is not providing in tabular format. So in that case, you can simply mention output should be tab separated in Excel format. Okay, so this is how you will redefine your prompt. If something is not in the correct format, you can mention it. Okay, and now you can see it comes with copy icon. Let's try if it works. It is working perfectly, and then you can justify it. So this is very important thing, that yes, there might be a requirement where you want to cover like you need to modify your prompt. So in that case, there is no issue. Okay, you can simply like just, that's why I mentioned that as a human, now it's our responsibility to review the code or work, and then accordingly mention it. So you can see now the data is placed here, and according to the data, if something is not correct, that we need to check, because I think we have pasted it in a wrong place. It should be here. Yeah, now it is perfect. Okay, so always make sure that you are, let me clear this. Okay, so you can see now we can verify the output. Let me correct it in like this. So 12 MG Road, Mumbai, Maharashtra, and the number. Likewise, it will provide you the other details. Okay, you can see here it did a mistake, so in that case you need to fix it. That is why I'm saying that always review your output, but still it will not take that much of time. I think data is, you can see here we have 23/4, so it considered it as a date, not an address. So that's a mistake. Okay, so I just tell you the how to write the prompt, but again I'm saying very importantly, always review your data, because it's not 100% correct. Sometime you need to modify it, as I show you some of the issues that we found here. So always make sure that you are creating making use of AI with proper review. Okay, so yeah, that's all for today. See you in the next session. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.